Edinburgh. Edinburgh, the rugged, walkable capital of Scotland, is absolutely bewildering. Edinburgh's numerous attractions stretch from the extremely old cobbled roads and wind-limited paths of the minimal old town to the elegant Georgian squares and wide, sandstone house-lined roads of Newtown, from the precipice of Arthur's Seat to the port of Leith. Whether you're into royals, palaces, contemporary craftsmanship or bar sliders, book yourself into perhaps of the best modest inn in Edinburgh, or one of the most mind-blowing lavish lodgings in Edinburgh, and get investigating. Assuming you're considering visiting in August, when the city becomes one monstrous party, book your convenience far ahead. Edinburgh Palace? At the highest point of most guests' arrangements of activities, in Edinburgh, this monumental military fortress has been sitting in the midst of the dark precipices of Palace Rock for very nearly 1,000 years, repulsing trespassers walking up from Britain and serving as an imperial home. Try not to miss the reproduced penitentiaries inside the palace vaults, the distinctions of Scotland, Scotland's royal gems, and the stone of predetermination in plain view. Inside the imperial castle, the Romanesque St. Margaret's Church, Edinburgh's most seasoned building, or the pomp of the 1 o'clock firearm. Essayists Gallery. Assuming that you're a lover of Scottish scholarly Goliaths, Robert consumes, Robert Louis Stevenson and Sir Walter Scott, pay special attention to a limited close between the regal mile and the hill that drives you to this connecting wit. Gallery inside the 17th century woman steps home. One for fanatic fans, it permits you to meander in the vicinity, scrutinizing the essayist's unique original copies as well as belongings and first releases of Scott's Waverley and Stephenson's A Kid's Nursery of Sections. Genuine Mary rulers nearby. A visit through this underground maze, a middle-aged old town rear entryway that was impeccably safeguarded for over 250 years underneath the groundworks of the city lodges, is legitimately one of Edinburgh's top attractions. Costumed entertainers amuse you with grisly and spooky stories as they lead you through the plague-stricken home of a 17th century undertaker and a 16th century condo, among different structures. A few guests guarantee to have seen the phantom of a kid called Annie in one of the rooms. Scottish Parliament Building. Suppositions are a lot of separated about the stylish allure of the seat of Scotland's redressed government, opened by Her Highness in 2004. It's definitely worth seeing this Edinburgh fascination for yourself during one of the free drawn-out visits to make up your own psyche about the lopsided boards on the primary exterior, open drape government straightforwardness, the triple-curved substantial roof of the principal corridor and the unusually moulded windows on the western wall that are a sign of approval for perhaps of Scotland's most popular painting. To get a parliamentary discussion in meeting, book a pass to the discussing chamber. Royal residence of Holyrood House. Assuming that you're into cattle including sovereignty, interest and frightful killings, this spot is for you. It's Sovereign Elizabeth II's true Scotland home, however that little tidbit assumes a lower priority in relation to the tale of Scotland's doomed 16th century ruler, Mary, Sovereign of Scots. Inside this attractive structure, you can visit the bedchamber where pregnant Mary was held somewhere near her subsequent spouse, who had her #1 secretary, David Rizzio, killed nearby by his thugs in an attack of desire. Try not to miss the incomparable exhibition, fixed with representations of Scotland's rulers through the ages. Ensure your visit doesn't agree with Her Highness, as the royal residence is shut to guests. Arthur's Seat. Situated in Holyrood Park, this is a rough update that Edinburgh was based on a long-terminated fountain of liquid magma. It's likewise the city's most noteworthy point at 251 meters, 823 feet, where college graduates come to celebrate by cutting their names into the stone at the exceptionally top, and where outdoorsy canine walkers bring their dogs during their Sunday constitutionals. Sit and wander off in Fantasyland while glancing out over the city display in the high countries, not too far off. Different paths jumble the spot. It takes fit walkers something like 45 minutes to arrive at the top, assuming that setting off from Holyrood. Our dynamic Earth. Intended to instruct young guns about the natural and land wonders of our planet, this advanced fascination is one of Edinburgh's top attractions for families with kids. mixed media displays inside this enormous white marquee are an agreeable meander aimlessly from the huge explosion up to the 21st 100 years. Features incorporate introductions about dinosaurs, as well as 3D movies on different subjects. Public Gallery of Scotland. Spread across two structures, a contemporary, stronghold-like development of honey-shaded sandstone, and a 19th century Victorian building that conceals a striking created iron and glass chamber, this fabulous Edinburgh exhibition hall is a pleasant frolic through the historical backdrop of Scotland, from its earliest occupants through industrialization and style through the ages to cut the cloned sheep. Track down antiques from the Islamic world, Old Egypt, China and past in the Victorian structure. Scottish Public Picture Exhibition. Totally unrelated to the Scottish Public Exhibition, the assortment of pictures inside this Venetian Gothic castle, across the road from Newtown's Sovereign Road Nurseries, is perhaps of Edinburgh's greatest fascination. The photos, compositions and models are a broad slew of Scotland's most well-known children and girls, from Mary, Sovereign of Scots to performer Sean Connery, while the frieze in the incomparable lobby portrays early Scottish greats, beginning with Culgacus, a wild Caledonian clan leader who, fruitlessly, battled against the attacking Romans. Specialists corridor galleries. Taking into account a lifelong medical procedure or dentistry. Try not to let the shows at these fascinatingly abhorrent 19th century showing assortments put you off. This is convincing review. Step inside this impressive, ionic sanctuary fabricating and scrutinize the assortments of ye olde dental apparatuses in the dental assortment, as well as the growths and different real organs drifting in containers of formaldehyde in the Pathology Historical Center. Sherlock Holmes fans shouldn't miss the showcase on Dr. Joseph Chime, on whom Arthur Conan Doyle's personality was demonstrated, nor the wallet produced using the skin of executed killer Burke inside the historical backdrop of Medical Procedure Gallery. Camera Obscura and Universe of Deceptions. It's a misleading basic gadget, yet completely charming. Spy on clueless bystanders, whose live perambulations are caught on an enormous level screen with the assistance of a 19th century camera obscura, a shrewd contraption comprised of mirrors and focal points. Different rooms in the standpoint pinnacle are committed to deceptions of various types, and there are fabulous perspectives on the palace and old town from the roof. Edinburgh Zoo, the illustrious yacht to the side. In the event that you're making the rounds in Leith with your children, you should look at another heavenly Edinburgh fascination, one of the world's top preservation zoos. Other than the different environment zones devoted to animals from different corners of the earth, there's the engaging penguin march, every day, after lunch, and you might recognize the zoo's most renowned inhabitants, the lilac pandas Can and Yang Wei. The zoo's hostage-rearing system has assisted with bringing red pandas, Siberian tigers and dwarf hippos back from the egg.